Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Roll Mile in My Shoes TV. I am your host, Roller Mile. Today, we will be talking about how not to get scammed during the holidays and how it almost happened to me twice within the last 3 weeks. The first incident happened a few days before Thanksgiving. I was at Walmart shopping, minding my own business, like I always am when I'm in the store. And I tend to have a permanent pissed off look on my face on purpose so people won't bother me. That's also on purpose. And I do that 24/7 to keep people from asking me questions when I'm in public and to keep people from bothering me because most of the time I don't be in the mood to talk to people. So, as I was going about my business in the store, I noticed that there was this lady who kept following me and she kept looking at me kind of strange. So I thought maybe, she knew me from somewhere or maybe she saw me on my channel, of course. So I didn't really think anything of it, but as I tend to do, I kept my hand on my pepper spray and I kept my hand inside my purse. I had one hand inside my purse and the other hand on my pepper spray. Um, and so I was just, minding my own business, not really thinking much about it. So I'm getting my items together and I'm going to the register. And as I'm at the register about to put my items on the register, she is behind me with, I don't know if it was her sister, her mother, or who, but she was behind me with another lady and they were talking. And she walked up to me and she says hi and she told me her name. And she was saying that, they had recently started their own business. And she was saying that their business serves disabled and elderly people. And what they normally do is they'll either, go to your doctor's appointments with you, clean for you, things like that. And I, politely just told her, no, thank you, but thank you for, doing that for people who might need the help. But I already have help. And whatever I don't let this person help me with, I do myself because I can. Sometimes I just choose to be a little lazy like most people and not do certain things. So I'd rather have people do it for me. But that's besides the point. So she kept pressing the issue and she was like, well, it doesn't cost anything and all you have to do is give me your address and your name and we'll come out and if you need us to clean for you, we can do that. If you need us to go to your doctor's appointments with you, we'll do that. And I said, no, thank you. I already have someone to do that for me as I just explained to you. And she kept pushing the issue. So I, picked up my pepper spray and, I basically pointed it up at her and the cashier looked at me. And so she looked at her and I guess the cashier could tell that I don't know her. So she asked me, she was like, are you okay? I said, yeah, this lady that was just talking to me, she was just about to go, back and put her stuff on the register. So she backed away and I turned around and continued to put my stuff on the register. Now, the second incident happened to me yesterday, which is very funny. How this incident happened. So, the people who stand outside the stores or whatever during the holidays with the red kettle and the bell and ring the bell, they are partners with or helpers for um charity or whatever you call it here. It's called the Salvation Army. And they usually, get donations from people. People come by and drop like money in the kettle, and I guess they take it back to the main headquarters here, and they disperse it to the, you know, those shelters that need it. So I was going into the store yesterday, and I just, noticed the lady there, and I know that, my mom, she has always taught us if we are able, we should do what we can when we can. And me, I'm always looking for a way, or legitimate way, I'll say that, to help my community or people in my community that are in need. Um, and when I see people like that, I feel like that is a good way for me to give back. But yesterday, for some reason, my gut instinct was telling me, um, you know, don't drop the money in the bucket. But I didn't pay any attention to it, so I kept going about my business inside the store and did my shopping and whatever I had to do. And as I'm sitting waiting for my ride to come back and get me, because I got done early, I kept seeing the lady, outside ringing the bell, and everybody, was seeming to pass by her. And, I knew that if my mother was alive, she would have dropped the money in the bucket when we went in, before we went inside the store, or she would have made sure that she got the money if she didn't have it in her hand, when she before she went inside the store. She would make sure that she dropped it in the bucket on the way out. But something in my gut instinct was saying, do not put any money in the bucket. Do not put any money in the bucket. And I didn't listen. And for everybody who is going to listen to this later, always, 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 I don't care what the situation is, always remember to listen to your gut instinct, because your first instinct is usually the correct one. Never dismiss your gut or your first instinct, because that can save you in many situations. And I do not know why I didn't listen to my gut instinct yesterday. But um so I went outside, said hello to her, dropped the money in the bucket, and she was like, "Thank you so much." And then as I'm, you know, um moving to turn around and, go back inside the store, I noticed that she's still trying to say something to me. So I didn't know what she was saying. So I removed my earbuds, and she asked me, she said, "Don't I know you?" So I said, "No, not unless you know me from my YouTube channel, because I have a YouTube channel. If you watch a lot of YouTube, then that's probably where you know my face from." And she was like, "No, I think I've met you somewhere before." Now, me, if you have listened to my channel and you watch my content, you'll know that I have said several times, I don't tend to like a lot of people. And most of the time, I get along with men for some reason better than women. Not to say that I haven't been approached by a few creeps, because I have, both men and women, but that's another story. Um, and she just kept saying, "No, I think I know you from somewhere. I've seen you somewhere." So I asked her, I said, "Are you ever, on another side of town? Because if you are, you've probably, been to one of my classes or something, something like that." So she was like, "No, but are you in school right now?" And I said, "No, I recently graduated, college or whatever." And she was saying, "Oh, that's great." And she was like, "So what do you do?" And I said, "Well, I'm in the process of doing a lot of things, but is there anything specific that you need me to explain to you?" And she was like, "No, I was just wondering, because I'm looking for a job, and I'm looking for to get into the home health field." And she was like, "But I think they think I'm too old. So I was looking to get into the home health field where I can help someone with a disability or an elderly person, and I can live with them." When she said that last thing, live with them, a red flag went off in my head immediately. And she was like, "But I think the most of the agencies think I'm too old." And I said, "Well, it depends on what you are, what service you're offering. Like if you're offering to, maybe sit overnight with the elderly person or something like that, then you could probably do that. But it depends on the agency that you go through to do it." And she was like, "No, I was just looking to do it, like, on the back end, and maybe live with the person full time." And I just told her, I said, no, well, that's a good thing that you're looking to do, for people that need that sort of thing. But me, I have someone to, do everything that I need. And the people, when I don't need them to do certain things, I can do most of them myself. So I don't really need anyone to, do that for me right now because I already have that type of help. So she was like, well, I was just looking for that. And, I was just hoping that I could help you and things like that. And I told her, I said, no, ma'am, just like I just explained to you, I already have someone to do this for me. And when I don't let them do things for me, I do it myself. And she just kept pressing the issue. And it was like the more I told her no, the more aggressive she got. And it's like, it seems like to me, the weirdos and the scammers and the creeps, they come out in droves during the holidays. And this is especially for my elderly and disabled people. Whatever you do, if you do not have a reputable source where you can go and check these people out, do not let these people into your home. Don't give them any of your information. That is including your social, your first and last name, and your date of birth or anything else, your Medicaid, Medicare number, hell, it can be down to your allergies list. Don't even give them that. I can't think of anything else that you shouldn't give them that's not common sense. But you know, just don't do it if you can't. Check these people out, and if your doctor has not recommended this for you, do not do it, especially if you meet these people in a public place, because 10 times out of 10, they are scammers. And like I have said many, many times, and like I have been told many, many times, no good deed goes unpunished. That is not just a saying, that is a true statement, and it is also a warning. Do not trust these people, because 10 times out of 10, they are scammers. And for the elderly people and disabled people, there's also another scam that I want to alert you to. If someone says that they are calling you from your local social security office or DFAX or CPS in the area, and they have you for some kind of fraud, hang up immediately. Do not give them any information, because that is a scam. If someone says they're calling you from the IRS or the local sheriff's department and that they need you to deposit money, hang up. That is a scam. One thing that I have learned, I did not know this before, but the Social Security office, they will not call you. They'll send you letters, to come into the office. And if you don't know where your local office for that is, you can look it up online, or you can Google it rather, and it'll give you the street address. And in most cases, it'll give you directions that you can print out, um, so that you can follow those directions on how to get there if you've never been there. Or you can GPS it on your phone if you have a cell phone, or you can do GPS in your car. But if anybody calls you from any of these places saying that they have you for fraud alert, hang up immediately. If anybody calls you from any type of thing where it seems too good to be true, like if you deposit X amount of money into this account before this date or this time, you'll receive X amount of money in return. That is a scam. It is so many scams out here, but they happen in major waves during the holidays. And I just want to point that out because many people don't know about that. But that is just a short story of the scams and some of the things that take place during the holidays and some of the things that I have gone through in recent days. And I just want to point people out I want to point people to those so that they'll know, um, if anybody calls them with something that seems too good to be true, or something that seems like that I just told the story of, it usually is too good to be true, and it is usually a scam, and 10 times out of 10 it's a scam. And please, my elderly people and disabled people, do not fall for it, because so many people take advantage of the elderly and disabled people, especially during the holidays. If you do not have family around or friends that you can lean on and spend the holidays with, as support or what have you, these people will take advantage of that. So please, please, please beware. And if I have any more creepy encounters before the year is over, which I hope I don't, I will be sure to do another story time and tell you about those. But thank you all for listening or tuning in to another episode of Roll 'em Out in My Shoes TV. I am your host, Roll 'em Out, and I thank you guys for listening, and have a great and wonderful day, and have a safe holiday season. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.